videos to learn the sequences that it will give you as an output for the video, that you have the text prompted in the beginning. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to be reviewing Sora, the new upcoming OpenAI release text to video. This is kind of like a game changer because honestly a lot of the things we thought back in the day is not possible, today it is possible. And since ChatGPT has launched, it has really showed us the capability of actually being able to learn from feedback and the progression of AI in general. Before we jump right into this video, let's take a trip down memory lane and remember the funny video of Will Smith playing around with spaghetti. How amazing is the evolution from that time to now? And in general, like, this video is so funny but really lacking realistic views and realistic perspectives. So it's really kind of a game changer, but I'm gonna start by getting right into Sora because there's a lot we're gonna talk about today. You're gonna learn about how it works, the potential impacts on the industry, and now I'm just gonna show you kind of like some of the videos that I really like and the imperfections of the upcoming release. Imagine this is literally AI. Like, this Dalmatian looks so pretty and the colors are just so vivid and everything just looks so perfectly put together. And imagine this is something coming out of your creative mind and you're just putting it as a prompt and then it will show up as this realistic video. And let's not forget about how cute these puppies are playing with the snow. It's just so beautiful how you can look at something and it's kind of scary at the same time that you don't know what's real, what's not, but it's just amazing that you can take your text and create a video out of it. And all these other animations that are just so perfect. And let's not forget about this captivating scene of a man reading against a backdrop of rolling clouds. Sora's creation are really truly remarkable. However, it's essential to acknowledge the fact that there are imperfections, and upon release I'm pretty sure a lot of feedback loop is going in there to improve the performance of this tool. So while Sora is really pushing boundaries, there are occasional glitches. Like, look at the scene in Lagos, Nigeria, where a character's hand mysteriously disappears. Or let's not forget about this California Gold Rush video, where someone vanishes into thin air right here. If you see that, this is kind of a bit weird for me. Even if the serene drone footage of this church captivates you, a figure just suddenly fades away while running. If you haven't noticed, I've noticed this while going over the videos trying to see how perfect this could really be. And just lastly, let's not overlook that this drone footage looks so much like a video game than a real life. So despite these hiccups, I'm really so excited to be reviewing this because honestly, I love tech. I love anything that makes me more productive, whether it's within my videos, whether it's something like, kind of it sparks your creativity. And I'll also be talking about the impacts of the industry in this video. So let's jump right into it. First of all, I know there has been a lot of conversation about replacing jobs, but I honestly like to look at things embrace them as something that will complement your job. For example, when ChatGPT came out, people thought, okay, this is gonna replace jobs. But to be honest, when I look at things, if something's gonna replace my job, I might as well just automate it and do something else. But you have to always think about these things as makes your life better, makes it easier for you. Because all of these tools don't just work out of nothing. It really requires a lot of creativity, and humans still needs to drive these prompts. The way it works is just it interprets text inputs and tries to make a video out of it. But there's a lot more into how amazing this whole visual comes out, and I'll be talking more about it in this video. Honestly, comparing Sora to traditional filmmaking, I think there's potential there, but I also think that if I was watching this video, I see this person disappear, honestly, I would not rate that movie. And I would actually give it a bad rating because like it has to be somewhat realistic to me for me to like be engaged. That will literally just take my mind off the whole movie. Although there's a lot of concerns about the liveliness, I think the liveliness of this kind of AI generated video from Sora is so amazing. I know some people would say that it's not that realistic, but it is. I think that there's so much potential there. If we're looking at this video, this literally is AI, and the prompt was a movie trailer featuring the adventures of the 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film, vivid colors. This is just amazing because if you look at actual movies or trailers, this is exactly what you're gonna see. There might be a little bit of flaws somewhere down the line, but this is actually what is happening right now, and they are improving it. When we're looking at the potential impact on the film industry, think about how much resources actually go into filmmaking. In reality, I'm just thinking that if we were actually not going to completely replace filmmaking, there might be creating a new genre, for example, AI generated movies. But for actual filmmaking that we see in movies that we watch, Sora can create a actual visualization of your storyboard, and making directors or story writers or whatever it is your role is in that movie, it can make your storyboard become more realistic and you can see what will work and what wouldn't. This is not just saving resources on production, but this is enhancing the creativity that's going to go into the movies. So I think down the line, we're going to have so much more creative movies because there's so much more resources saved before in the planning phase of the storyboard. So I think this is really going to be a complement to the filming industry versus a replacement to the filming industry. And I think through AI tools, I think we should always approach it as a complement. And let's not forget that we are all having this itch to be creators. This is going to be so amazing for people who have no background in kind of like movies or filmmaking. So this is kind of improving the industry and allowing everyone to spark creativity into the field. So this is going to not just create new jobs, this is going to create new opportunities for people in positions that they never thought they could be. So now you're changing a whole story into an actual film or an actual video and compel them together in something that you needed a whole degree to do. And I'm not saying that obviously the film industry is going to die. I'm just saying there's going to be so many ways where you can sell advertisement videos from your own prompts. This is going to create new opportunities for you. And since there's a lot going on towards general artificial intelligence, I think that Sora could be integrated into other fields like robotics, which I think is going to be a great introduction for AI fusions with different fields that we may have never imagined. And as I mentioned earlier, AI tools could replace certain aspects of your job, but it's not going to replace your job. It may create new jobs. So always looking at it as an innovative kind of like collaboration versus a competition or replacement is such an important approach, because no matter what we say or do, AI is continuing to grow in such a fast pace. And I think we have to just understand that we need to kind of ride on the same wavelength so that we don't become missing out and know what it can do to complement our job versus what it can't. As we know, AI does run on scale. So there's a lot of computational power and a lot of data that needs to go into this. So Sora uses a massive amount of data, but it's not just about data. We're gonna talk more about how it's becoming more realistic, but the data part is so important because as we feed, for example, data today into ChatGPT, that data is still stored in there. So it's being used to train the model. So the more this model is being used, it's going to have so much feedback loop. But for example, if you put a thumbs up on a ChatGPT response, then the feedback is positive, right? So this is why ChatGPT is getting better. So I think with Sora, it's also going to improve because it's going to have a lot of reviews from people who are using it. And this is why I think it's not on release yet. It's probably on beta version 2, or kind of like more of an internal version for them to improve the kind of like what we saw earlier with the hand disappearing or someone just disappearing in thin air. And similar to ChatGPT, it also uses tokens, so it kind of memorizes the sequence of words that you use. And ChatGPT does the same thing. This is why you feel like you're talking to human, because the sequencing of the words and kind of like how often they're being used together and the context of the words being used together is what is used as well in the patches for creating videos out of text in Sora. Now this takes all the patches from massive and diverse videos to learn the sequences that it will give you as an output for the video that you have the text prompted in the beginning. So it will, just like ChatGPT uses large language models for different kind of like text-based data, this is similar, but it's just learning from the video sequencing of other videos and the patches that are similar to what you're trying to prompt this tool to give you as an output. What really impresses me about Sora is the innovative architecture. It uses a diffusion transformer. So it's not like just any other text to video approaches, because it enables Sora to learn complex dynamics such as physics simulations without external dependencies like game engines. So this is why you get to see a lot of the lighting, the reflections, all these things are actually based on the physics. So it's such an amazing invention. Like honestly, I'm super impressed. Another thing that impresses me about Sora is the ability for it to handle the various aspects of ratios and resolutions. So if you look at this video, for example, I think the resolution is amazing and it streamlines the production process, and it's kind of improving the output quality, which is not going to be very simple or maybe more time consuming when you're doing it from scratch. And just looking at the historical trends of how technology has changed video production in general, we need to be more optimistic, because back in the day when technology was not that advanced, movies took so long to make. And now that with such amazing releases coming up, I think we need to look at things more as a complement and not a replacement. How many more genres can be created? How many more words can be created? And just in general, like, this is why I'm so excited about this, because as a person who loves making videos, whether it's flying drones, I think this is gonna help my productivity, because it's gonna enhance my creative mind and allowing me to do other things while just being able to think about the prompts I wanna put and enhance my innovative approach into making videos. So please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and stay tuned and let me know in the comment box below what you think about this release and what excites you the most. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.